Hi guys, it's Miss Enfield here. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day. Today we're going to start our first Amplify lesson, which is a microbiome. This is lesson 1.1, the introduction to the scale of living things. We're studying a new unit about life science. Life science is the study of living things. Like all kinds of science, life science is not just knowledge you can read about, it's also the process used to figure out that knowledge. In this unit, you will learn how to see and investigate the worlds like life scientists. So in this unit, you're going to take on the role of a student researcher for the Microbiome Research Institute. We're going to watch a short video from one of the scientists here. So to get to the video, we are going to go on through Amplify. So to get to Amplify, we are going to go through Clever. So go ahead and go to your Clever homepage. It's going to look something like this, but a little bit different. I have the teacher view, so that's why I have all this other stuff. You're going to click on your Amplify icon, and it should take you to a page like this. It should say Life Science up here. If it doesn't say Life Science, let me know and we'll change it. You're going to come down to Microbiome, which is our first unit. And then we're going to start with chapter 1. So you can see there's two different chapters in microbiome. We're doing chapter 1. And here we have 3 different lessons in this first chapter. So again, we're going to start with 1.1 at the beginning, Introduction to the Scale of Living Things. So once you're in here, you're going to see a couple different tabs. You won't have the teacher tab, but you're going to have activity 1, 2, 3, and then you can hit this arrow right here to see what else there is. And you also have this lesson brief button right here. So to access videos, and this will kind of be the same for each lesson, to access your videos, you're going to click on lesson brief, and it's going to give you an overview of our lesson. Now, you don't need to worry too much about the overview right now, but you're going to be wanting to look at digital resources. So this is what you're going to be using right here to find your video. So you're going to go down, there's video, the campaign, that's the video we're going to watch. Let's go ahead and click on that video. You can pause me. Let's go ahead and pause me, watch this, and then come back once you're done. So one of the main points in that video is to demonstrate that small things can make a big difference. So based on what you saw and heard in the video, what do you think you will be working on as your role as a student researcher? So keep that question in the back of your mind as we go. So here's our unit question. How can having 100 trillion microorganisms on and in the human body keep us healthy? So this is what we're going to be exploring in the unit. We're going to be trying to answer this question. It's going to be a common theme as we go. And as we come up with different unit questions and different vocabulary, we're going to add them into OneNote, kind of like what we did last week. We're going to use OneNote as our virtual notebook. So we're going to leave this guy here for now, and once we get to vocabulary in a minute, I'm going to stop and show you guys how to add the unit questions, key concepts, and vocab into your OneNote. That's going to be really handy for you guys whenever we have assessments or tests. You're going to be able to use those notes. You want to make sure to keep them up to date because it's really important to help you out on those tests. It may seem weird and unbelievable that we have tiny living things on and in our bodies. We're going to look at some images of these tiny organisms and discuss them. As you look at each image, think about what questions you have. Asking questions is very important in science. So here's our first image. As you can tell, it's something that's super zoomed in. Kind of hard to tell what it is. But maybe there's something in the picture that you've seen before that you might recognize. So go ahead and take a second and think. What do you think this is? This is an enlarged image showing a very tiny organism or living thing that is so small it can live inside the human body. The red discs are red blood cells. So you can see those yellow orangish arrows right here are pointing at these discs. Those are red blood cells. That's a one cell. And then this is an organism right here. It's pretty small, pretty tiny. So here's one of our vocab words. First one is organisms. Organisms are living things such as plants, animals, and bacteria. Our next vocab word is scale. Scale is the relative size of things. So scale is size. Now that we've introduced some vocabulary and some key concepts from this lesson, I'm going to show you guys, kind of give you a refresher on how to upload them into your OneNote. So to get to OneNote, you're going to go up here in Teams and click this square, and it's going to be the purple guy right here. You're going to click that, find the notebook that you made for life science. So I have mine pulled up. Whatever you called it, probably something along the lines of 7th grade life science. And you should already have this section and these pages in here from last week or the week before. So we're going to add a new section. So just come down here and hit plus section, and you're going to call it microbiome. Let's go ahead and label it microbiome. And then we're going to come over, we're going to have two different pages. We're going to have a vocab page and a key concept page. So you guys are going to copy and paste these vocabs, the vocab words and the key concepts from Teams. So they're going to be in a post like this on today's Teams post. You're going to copy and paste them into your notebook, and it's going to look something like this. So go ahead and pause the video and add the different vocab words and the different key concepts onto your OneNote, and then come back to me once you're done. So go ahead and pause and then come back to the video once you have all the pictures on Teams uploaded onto here. All right, our vocab has been added into OneNote. We're going to carry on with our lecture. So here we have an image of a human eye. So it's just a close-up of our eye. It was the top picture. And then if you look at the bottom picture, it's the same picture from up above, the same eye, zoomed in 50 times closer. So now we can see all the details of the eyelashes. So each one of these is an eyelash. Now if we zoom in even more closer, this image right here is 180 times closer than what you saw before. So now that we're zoomed in so far, we can see some tiny microorganisms that are living on our eyelashes. So this arrow right here is pointing at an eyelash mite. Who would have guessed you have eyelash mites? Now we're going to look at a picture of a thumbprint. So that top picture is just like what you have, not zoomed in or anything, it's just your thumb. And the bottom picture is the top picture zoomed in 150 times. So now we're looking at a close-up of what your thumbprint looks like. So we have the fingerprint ridge, is this top arrow here. And that's what leaves your fingerprints, all these ridges and stuff. And then underneath that is another layer of skin. Now, if we zoom in on that last image of our thumb by 2,000 times, so we're 2,000 times closer, we can actually see microorganisms that are living on your thumb. They're so small that we need tools to see them. You can't see them with the naked eye. So if you see up here, where this arrow is pointing, we have a tiny microorganism. And this arrow right here is showing a human skin cell. So this is a cell. And this is a microorganism that's even smaller than that cell. Now we're going to look at some hair. So the top image is just like what you have, the hair on your head. And the bottom picture is your hair zoomed in on about 150 times. So super close up of a hair follicle. You can see there's one strand of hair right there. Now we're going to look even closer. And what do you guys see on this? What do you guys think that is? This is a louse living on your hair. What kind of questions does this make you guys think of if you know that you have microorganisms living on you right now? Next, we're going to go back to amplify. So go ahead and go back to amplify. And we are going to do a quick write. So this is activity number 2. So go ahead and click on it. It's going to show you some vocab, which you already have in your OneNote, so don't worry about it. You can review it if you want. And now you are going to answer this chapter question. How small are the microorganisms that live on and in the human body? So you're going to use this space right here to type up an answer. Try and use some of the vocab that you've learned and have it be around 3 to 5 sentences. So go ahead and pause the video and type that up. And once you're done typing it up, make sure that you hit hand in down here. It's very important that you guys click hand in. Otherwise, Miss Crawford and I don't know if you've done the assignment or not. So go ahead and pause it, type it up, and hand it in and come back to me once you're done. All right, next we are going to move on to activity number 3, which is exploring scales. We're going to learn the different sizes of things. So on Amplify, it tells you guys you're doing a card sort. We're going to be doing something a little bit different. And we are going to do a card sort that I made. It's going to be on teams. And it's going to be under your assignments. Now, it's not very often that your assignments are actually under assignments in teams because they're normally in the general area posted. But this one is going to be a document that you have to download, and then you'll edit it, and then you'll re-upload it. So it's going to be in assignments here. So the activity is going to be called a card sort. And your job for this activity is to organize the objects from smallest to largest. And to do this, you're just going to click them and drag them where you think they should go. So we have a water molecule here. We know that molecules like atoms are pretty small. We have an ant right here. We know ants, they're bigger than atoms. We can look at what else we have. Salt, human. We know humans are bigger than ants. So go ahead and put these in order, whatever order you think they should be in. Save the assignment and then re-upload it onto your assignments in Teams. So go ahead and pause the video and complete this task and then come back to me once you are done. Next, we are going to do activity number 4, which is exploring the scale tool. So this will help you get a better perspective on the different sizes of everything. So you're going to click this link right here. So you can click around and slide the little bar, and you can see all the different sizes of a lot of different things. So it kind of gives you an idea of how big a human is. So here we have 1.7 meters. And then you can keep clicking. Now we have a jellyfish, a moon jellyfish, and it's in centimeters. So go ahead and mess around on here and get an idea of what the different sizes are of all these different things. And this will help you get a good perspective on scale. Let's go ahead and take a moment and mess around on this link and then come back to the video once you're done. Actually, we're going to go to number 6, activity 6. And you're going to do another sorting activity on here. So you feel free to use the scale tool to help you know how big all these different organisms and objects are. Let's go and finish that, and then you're going to do activity 7, which is your homework. And it shouldn't take too long. Again, make sure that you hit hand in once you're done. You have to click hand in. Let's go ahead and answer these 2 questions, and that will be all for today. Let me know if you guys have any questions, and thanks for listening. I'll talk to you guys later. Goodbye.